I always get asked about when do I paint, when do I draw, when do I make clay. Let me show you what I actually do. I do like this. Okay, I think I'm gonna paint. I first started working with ceramics as an undergrad. One of my roommates at that time was just like, hey dude, all these things that you're drawing, why don't you try making sculpture? Drawing and having like a sketchbook or a journal, that's been something that's been with me since I was a child. My first kind of like mind to like physical kind of connection is making a drawing. When I started touching clay, I had this epiphany. Everything that I needed to know about my present, past, and future was in the material. Somewhere along the line, I became interested in kind of like the psychology of the space, the psychology of the objects around us, and making sense of why do we have all of these things? What are their purposes, and why does this object merit enough psychic energy to kind of come from the ether and be made something physical and tangible for us to use? There's a lot of figuration, abstracted figure, reincarnations of telephones, mirrors. Clocks are a recurring motif, and just mutating them and giving them a sense of emotion. I think the ear is just a symbol for me to do more than just listen, but to also really receive what's being said or what's being communicated. You know, I don't know if I was not working with clay, if I would have been, you know, interested in learning about pre-colonial thought, African thought, trying to extrapolate my relationship with like my ancestry. My family's from Haiti, and I'm a naturally like curious person. So that started to get me to think about looking at where my family could have came from and looking at what did these people believe in before they were colonized. Apparently there's like this slave ship called the Wanderer. Before this slave ship transported slaves into Edgeville, the face vessel hadn't made itself known on the American continent. So to me, it's like a tradition that seems like it comes from home, you know, in that sense. There's so many different spiritual references to that like relationship of being an open vessel, being a container for something larger, and being molded by something larger. I'm a Gemini, so like I kind of like live in contradiction and opposites. Making ceramics is such an additive process. I also wanted to add something to my practice that was subtractive. Carving and doing woodworking adds that kind of like dichotomy. And there's just like a really beautiful synergy between wood and ceramics. something about the Bay Area, the rhythm here just like makes sense for me, makes sense for my practice. And to be in a city that is like in close proximity to nature is just like a godsend. Like I love spending time on the trails, hiking, breathing like this like super fresh air. It's almost like something that my body didn't even know it needed until I started like making it a part of my process and routine here. Yeah, are you rolling? Yeah, catch this. Catch this. Get a boy in nature, he gets fucking happy, dude. To have breath, to have consciousness, to have this physical experience, to be maneuvering through time and space. Yeah, I'm just so grateful for that. So much of making work to me is just about waking up and seeing what happens. This goes like full circle, the concept of being a vessel, being an open container. I don't want to make anything because I think that it's something that somebody else wants me to make. I want to make something because like I truly feel like I want to see what happens if it is made.